All right, we are live.
We are.
We live. All right,
I
guys.
was
So,
waiting. This is
welcome
horrible.
to our live stream, talking about basically our kind of like our
Galaxysedge.
Galaxy's Edge hacks, and tips and tricks on how to experience the land to its fullest.
Right.
Because we know a lot of people have their reservations coming up. And then, of course, on the 24th, that's when it goes 100% public for everybody to go to. So it's gonna be cray cray. It's gonna be cray cray.
So the purpose of this video is.
I'm just bringing the chat down here for everybody.
So the purpose of this video is, hold on, turn this down a little bit so you can hear. So the purpose of this video, is for us to give you guys our thoughts, our general overview, our recommendations, and our improvements, and answer questions on Galaxysedge. So we have a piece of paper, we have notes right here that we're going to be going in order. Now, if you guys have a question, I would say sit tight and hang till the very end. We have 8 categories we're going to be talking about.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh, you scared me.
Super chat from the homie JC, $1.
Thank
you,
you.
JC. Once again,
Thank you.
super chats always appreciated, never expected, but thank you for the support, brother.
Thank you. So if there's a question you guys have, maybe sit tight just a little bit until we go through all 8 categories. After the 8th category, which is also questions, if you guys have any questions, then we can go ahead and answer.
We'll try to make the categories go by quick, so you guys aren't just waiting for your specific question to be answered.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't want to just go super long about the specific category forever too.
Right.
But I do want to say before we start the video, guys, we have 74 people, well, 77 people in here right now. Thank you guys for spending your Sunday night with us. We hope this information is valuable and helpful when you guys go to your reservations for Galaxy's Edge, or it's just helpful when you actually just go on the 24th or anytime after that.
It's gonna be.
But if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys stick around for more videos. Make sure to hit that like button if you guys are enjoying it, if you guys support us as well. And let's go ahead and get to it.
All right. So our first category that we're going to be talking about in regards to Galaxy's Edge is the reservation slash check-in. So the only way as of now to get into Galaxy's Edge, if you don't have a reservation, you have to have a hotel reservation, and it needs to be specifically Disneyland Resort.
Yeah, so
Resort-wide.
Paradise Pier, Grand Californian, or the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah, so you have to actually book a stay. We did hear a little bit, they're a little bit pricey per night.
Pretty expensive.
But if you are a Disneyland lover and you weren't able to get a reservation and you do want to go to Galaxy's Edge, then as of now, that's the only way you're going to be able to get in if you don't already have an existing reservation. And then if you are staying in the Disneyland Hotel, each hotel has a concierge specifically for the reservation. So when we stayed at the Paradise Pier Hotel, there was a specific room, all decked out, super awesome, like Star Wars theming, and they were there to help us. And the time is from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yep.
And then Chris noted, of course, you need to have a valid ticket or a valid annual pass. So it cannot have a blockout date. So if your pass is blocked out, unfortunately, you'd have to buy yourself a day valid ticket.
Or upgrade your pass.
Yeah, or upgrade your pass, which I recommend upgrading. Check-in side. So when you check in, you're gonna go through the Disneyland gates as of normal, or like normal. Head to Tomorrowland. In Tomorrowland, that's where you're going to be checking in Launch Bay. So if no one knows exactly where Launch Bay is, it's right next to Pizza Planet now, or like what used to be Pizza Port. It's that big spherical dome that used to remember it used to spin?
I don't remember it spinning, but a lot of people have said that. It's right behind the Tomorrowland Terrace, which is where the Galactic Grill is.
Yeah. So that's where you're going to be checking in. In order to check in, they always kind of, in the entrance of Launch Bay, they always want to check.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. They ask to see like the QR code just to make sure you do have a valid reservation. So whether you print the QR code or your reservation information on a piece of paper, or you use your cell phone, go ahead and just show them so they know that you have a valid one. And then they are going to remind you guys, everyone needs to have a valid form of government issued ID unless you are 18 years or younger than 18 years. So 17 and younger, you don't need to have a valid form of ID. But any 18 or older, it needs to be like a California driver's license, a passport.
Not California. State, state ID, state driver's license, passport. Not everybody lives in California.
Sorry. A passport, anything government issued, you can use, but make sure it's valid.
Actually, a real good point right here by Chris. No matter how many days you stay at the hotels, you only get one reservation per stay.
Right.
So if you have a stay with 5 days, you're not getting 5 reservations, you're just getting 1. Thank you, Chris Avalos, for that point.
But could you technically book like
you can book multiple reservation like at the hotels, like, oh, I'm gonna book 1 day at the Paradise Pier,
and then 1 day at Disneyland, and 1 day at...
you can do that. It's just like more hassle.
But it's like a work around the system. But you're gonna get 3. If you were to do that, you would get 3 different technically reservations.
Technically, I mean, who has the time or the money for that? I know I don't.
You'd be surprised. There's some people.
So no Costco card, Ashley?
No.
For your ID?
No Costco card. No Costco card. I was like, Costco card? Because I started panicking. I'm like, oh wait, I gave Chris my ID in the morning. Check-in available time is 2 hours. Sorry, 2 hours before. So example, if your check-in is at 8 a.m., you are able to go to launch bay at 6 a.m.
And that's what we did on opening day. So we got to Disneyland at 6 a.m.
It's like 5:45.
5:45, when the sun was still not even out yet, and we basically saw Disneyland in like the break is dawn of morning, like ever.
Yeah.
And
So if you have your reservation at 3, you can check in at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So just know that. We kind of want to touch upon really quick that if you have an earlier reservation, like an 8 a.m. one, we definitely recommend you getting there at 6 because it's an initial, like, it's the first reservation. Everyone's there early, and
the 8 a.m. ones are usually the crowdest ones.
The most crowded, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'd say the second the most crowdest ones is the 8 p.m. ones. Those are like the two most crowded ones. Is that how you say crowdest?
Most crowded.
Most crowded. There we go.
So again, yeah, we recommend doing that. And if you have any other time of reservation, you don't necessarily need to check in 2 hours before. If you'd like to do that, you're more than welcome to. You can get it out of the way. That's totally fine. But it's not necessary. Like, we checked in one time like 15 minutes before, and we walked over to where you need to walk, which I will explain now. You have to head over to Critter Country. So once you get your wristband and you're checked in and they scan it and they authorize you, you're good to go, you have to walk over to Critter Country. So Critter Country is located like where Splash Mountain is, if anyone just like knows only like where the rides are located.
And if you remember, that's where the Crunchy Bear Jamboree used to be, but now it's Pooh.
Yeah, so you got to head over to that area. There's an entrance where, you know, all the cast members will show you where you need to check in. They will scan your wristband again to make sure it is a valid wristband, and then that's when you will be able to enter the land.
Yep.
And then the last note that we have for reservations / check-ins for Galaxysedge is the person who made the specific reservation. So if it's under Chris's reservation, email, what have you, he has to be there to check in order for myself to get inside the park as well.
Pause. Yes. Chris Avalos has another point. We can't confirm this, Chris, but if this is true, we appreciate the info. If you have an 8 a.m. check-in, now your entrance is Fantasyland.
Oh, okay, we're not sure.
What did we do?
We did Fantasyland.
Ah, okay.
We did, but that was the first day, and it was like mayhem.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
But since then, we haven't had 8 a.m., but when you do get your wristband, the cast member will tell you, you need to enter in so-and-so land.
Yeah.
Majority of them is Critter Country, but maybe for the morning, then it might be Fantasyland.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. So again, if
I do a reservation.
Yeah, if you do a reservation and you are unable to go to the parks, say unforeseen circumstances like you're sick or something, unfortunately it's non-transferable, so he can't transfer the reservation into my name if you cannot go.
We've only had or heard of one instance where something happened to one of our friends and they weren't able to go to the reservation that they booked, and they were able to transfer that to somebody else who's able to go. That might be under like a lead or management approval, so that's not guaranteed, but you can always ask. The worst they can say is no.
I foresee it being like surgery or like a medical with documentation.
Mom's making fun of my watch 10.
So again, yes, with your discretion, everything is based off of, like you said, escalated management. Lastly, they do allow, so if you do have a single Like if you were like Chris and I, and we like panicked and we scheduled a reservation with one person, we did that. So I had only me on my reservation, and then he only had him on his reservation. We were able to call the number on the email, and they were allowing us to add one person. So
At the time.
So I don't know if it's still like that. I was able to add Chris, and Chris was able to add me.
As of now, it has changed. You're able to add you are able to have a total of 6 people on your reservation now. So
Oh,
if
really?
you have the one person, then you can add 5 more people.
That's nice.
Yeah, so they changed that just last week, actually, right after we had our reservation. I know I was bummed we couldn't add our friends to it.
Okay, so next topic is we're going to be talking about what should you do first. What should you do first?
Maybe cry just a little bit, just a couple tears, because it's going to be beautiful when you walk in. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's just, you walk in there, you're just like, oh my God, I'm actually here.
Yeah.
But let's get to the actual part where it's going to matter for your experience. First thing that we suggest is doing one of 2 things. Going to the Cantina to get your virtual check-in via text message, or going to Savi's workshop where you build the lightsaber and getting your virtual check-in there. Do one of those 2 things first, because those are the most busiest and packed things that happen.
Yeah.
With the Cantina, the line gets absolutely gigantic.
Like
so
crazy.
Yeah, people wait hours on end to get into that spot. So I would say head there first, get your reservation in. Or if you don't want to go to the Cantina, go to get a Savi's reservation for the workshop to build a lightsaber if you're into that too.
Right.
If you're with multiple people, split up. So one part of the group goes to Cantina, puts a reservation in, one part goes to Savi's if you guys want to do both.
Divide and conquer.
Exactly. We always do that too. So divide and conquer, it really depends on if you have enough, people to take care of that for you.
And then as of now, they are doing, so they didn't do this when we were on our first day, but they have now switched to virtual check-ins. So if you do want to go to the Cantina or you do want to do Savi's, they are doing a virtual check-in where they're getting your information, like your phone number, and they'll be texting, kind of like a restaurant. They'll text you when it's your time to get in line for Savi's or the Cantina. So that's really helpful information.
It's
Again,
nice
divide and conquer.
It's nice for the people who don't want to be stuck in line for hours on end.
So our third and fourth topic that
we got to talk about Savi's. This is actually another thing by Chris. Chris is on topic. We're on point
Chris.
with topics. Actually, this is something I want to talk about too.
Okay.
I've heard a lot recently that Savi's has been running out of scrap metal for guests to build lightsabers for later check-ins.
Yes.
So if you don't have an 8 a.m. check-in or a morning check-in, just be prepared that you may not be able to build a lightsaber, even if you get there at the start of your check-in. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Don't give your hopes up. To be honest, it sucks, but I mean,
I know.
I mean, they're doing what they can do. So I would say just go over there, ask. If they say no, do something else.
Yeah, that's the only bummer is we noticed they were like close off the line and stuff, and they wouldn't take any, so that's a bummer. So we're gonna touch upon, since we just talked about the Cantina and we just touched upon the lightsaber experience, which is Savi's, we want to go more in depth of the 2. So our third and fourth topics are gonna be those. So I guess we'll start off with the Cantina. So I'll go ahead and take this one, and you can do Savi since you built the lightsaber.
Yeah.
The Cantina, again, there is really long lines. Like I see a couple, people that we follow on Instagram, they're like, okay, we're gonna be there, and they're not there at the line when the reservation starts, and everyone just bum rushes the Cantina. So make sure if you want to do the Cantina, you're, in line waiting for that reservation to start, and then you can
go do whatever else.
Quickly walk over to, I don't know about bum rushing, but quickly walk. Check-in for virtual queue gets 2 text messages. The first one is saying that you're in the queue, and then the second one is saying to come check in like the line, right?
So there's technically another line you have to wait into or wait for once you get that second text message. It's basically letting you know that, hey, your reservation's coming up. Please come wait to get checked in.
And then just to note that the seating and standing, there's 2 different. You can either be seated. You don't really get to choose which. Well, we didn't get to choose.
They give you. They
we do?
You get what they give you.
Yeah, they get. So we didn't get to choose on our day. I don't think that they are, accommodating unless we heard if you have a child, they might be a little more accommodating.
Also, like if you're in a wheelchair and you have to sit down, you can always ask. Like I said, the worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need it, you need it.
But there is seating area. So there are like tabletop bars where it's like a higher,
Tabletop.
sorry, a tabletop bar so you can like sit with like the high chairs. There's
No,
also
there's no chairs.
Yeah. Oh, there's not.
There's not. It's just standing. There's only the booths,
yeah.
and then they're standing.
I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, there's that. And then there's like the seating, which is like an actual like booth, like
Yep.
at a restaurant. And then you are able to stand and drink at like the actual bar, like if you were at an actual bar. So we want to say, or we want to at least clarify that this is very immersive. It's a very immersive experience. Like DJ Rex is playing on the turntables.
I
like
wonder what they call the turntables there.
I don't know.
I wonder if he just pushes play.
No. So it's really, really amazing. It's really cool. We just kind of do want to clarify. Go in with the expectation of the drinks are pricier than even like Lamplight Lounge.
Yeah, it's about
And they
15
aren't
to 16 bucks
as
a drink.
strong, or like ours weren't as strong, which is fine for us. We kind of just wanted to go to experience. But if you're looking to have, you know, a stronger drink at a cheaper cost, this is definitely not the place. They have a lot of non-alcoholic drinks,
Yes.
which was really beneficial, as well as alcoholic beverages. There are a couple things to snack on, like there's like those jelly,
It's like, yeah, it's like a Jello
thing looking. That was interesting. We didn't have that, so we can't touch upon that exactly inside the cantina.
There was a cookie that you can get if you buy the blue
Mm-hmm.
milk that's inside the cantina, and then there was this other like chip or like other snack thing. Our friend Heather talked about it, but when we looked at it, it looked weird. It didn't look appetizing, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're gonna go in there
For real.
and you're gonna try snacks, just keep that open mind there. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, know that this cantina is not huge. It's actually very small. It's smaller.
very
They crammed us in there the first day.
It was like a group of 6 of us, and the area for the bar was for like a group of 2. It was.
So we were like,
It was pretty tough.
yeah.
But I mean, they're. Oh, I got is that a bug?
No,
Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, the cast members are doing the best that they can, so we that's why we totally understood. You know, it was
Yeah.
the first day, everybody wanted to get in there, so just bring your patience, bring think skinny, because you're gonna have to slim up in there. But I mean, like Ashley said, it's super immersive. You walk in there and there's like things to see everywhere, like
Right.
the walls, the whole bar itself. Like you can look in any direction, you'll see something crazy.
We also do want to know that if you do have a child, they are allowed in the bar. So they are allowing children into the cantina, the bar area. Now, I would say I wouldn't necessarily recommend, although it's kid-friendly and it's Disneyland, I wouldn't necessarily recommend for really young children. I feel like you have toddlers, you know, like 4, like 5, who like know Star Wars, they know what the cantina is, they can appreciate, because it's very loud, it's
Yeah.
very small and like, you know, crammed. I don't know how convenient it is with like a stroller. I don't think you can even bring a stroller
No, you can't
in.
bring a stroller inside the cantina.
So just be wary of that. We've heard again that they might let the children, like if you have children, for the seated in the booth.
Yep.
But again, I don't know how true that is based off of, like, you know, I've seen that some kids are actually standing by the bar and some not. So take it with a grain of salt. We don't really recommend it, but you do you. If the children want to go in there, let them go in there. It's actually a really good time.
Yeah.
Again, just want to touch upon the drinks are expensive. So for reference, Chris and I both had alcoholic drinks.
Come in there with a stack of
With
cash.
a tip. It was like $34.99. It was like it was like even like $35 for
Yeah.
both of us. And you don't get annual pass discount on alcoholic drinks, so just go into that. And $35 I think is a bit pricey, but again, you're going in for the experience. You're going in for the immersiveness.
You're paying for the immersiveness.
Yeah. So. And then, again, we already touched upon that there are some snacks available and non-alcoholic. So that is the cantina inside, our recommendations. So you want to go ahead and start with Savi's?
Yes.
So the lightsaber experience?
So lightsaber experience at Savi's workshop is 100% worth the cash. It's $200 before tax, so total for me came out to $215. There's no AP discount on any of the lightsaber that you buy when you build it yourself. But you're able to get like an AP discount on like the legacy lightsabers that's inside of Don Oktar's Den of Antiquities. You have the option to choose 4 themes for your lightsaber. We have a whole video that I just uploaded actually today, going over every single detail about how the lightsaber experience is. So if you want to watch that, just go ahead and watch that video after this. The lightsaber itself is a metal handle, so it's a little heavier than like a plastic one. It's about 2 to 3 pounds. And the blade itself is a like really high, I guess like
quality.
Yeah,
plastic,
high quality plastic. So
and it's
not
very
glass.
bendable. Well, not bendable like you can actually bend it.
Yeah, we're not bending lightsabers.
But like it's meant for you to be able to fight or like cosplay.
Yeah, you can play around. We're not fighting with.
I mean,
those
it's
things.
not like the ones where like those expendable ones that like like your old one.
Yeah, like my old one, which I still have in the house. What's the last one here? You get to choose 1 crystal, so you get the green, blue, red, or purple, and then you can choose 2 different other colors at Don Oktar's. You can get a white or a yellow, but they have the other sets of colors there too. And with the red, you have the opportunity to get a rare black crystal, which I won't spoil it for you guys. You guys can watch the video, but let's just say if you get that, it's cool. That's it.
I do want to touch upon Shelby's question really quick in regards to the Cantina. I got something called the fuzzy. It's a yellow drink with some fizz on top, but it's called the fuzzy something, and that one actually numbs your lips and your tongue, or it's meant to numb your lips
really
and
weird.
tongue. It's a very weird experience. The drink was actually really yummy, like the actual drink, but the fizziness, she asked, how long does the numbness and tingling last after the drink? So once you finish the fuzzy likeness, the drink itself isn't going to numb you. It's just like the bubbles and foam on top. It lasted a good while. I think like maybe 4 to 5 minutes. It lasted a long time on us. If there's any men or women out there that use like lip plumper, like lip gloss, that's what it feels like. It feels like a lip plumper, lip gloss. The tongue sensation's kind of weird, but the lip sensation, it just feels like you're putting on a good lip plump.
Fuzzy tauntaun. That's what people are saying.
Oh yes.
Also,
something like that.
To touch back on the lightsabers, Chris is also hitting us with some more facts. Chris, you are on top of it. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Chris.
He didn't get a discount on his hilt, which is the handle. He just got it on the blade. So.
At the Don Oktar's?
Don Oktar's.
I can't keep track of all these names.
So if you're looking to buy a pre-built lightsaber at Don Oktar's, you at least have an idea of what you're going to get your AP discount on versus what you're not. Next, we're going to move on to the droid. So building a droid, whether it is a BB unit or an R2 unit, you can get either one. You can build either one. There's no reservations at all for the building of a droid. Basically, you just wait in line, and when you're up to go, you wait in another line, and you go pay for it, and then you pick up whatever parts you want for your specific droid.
It's like on a conveyor belt.
Exactly. And we also have a whole video about the complete experience on our YouTube channel too, so if you guys want to watch that in more in depth and watch the full series from when it starts to when it ends, you guys can see exactly how it's built. Those are $100. There's no AP discount on those, but you can buy additional pieces to customize your droid, like a personality chip. You can put different stickers or different panels and colors and stuff.
What were like those things that were shooting out of?
They're like rocket boosters.
Got it. Okay.
They're like rocket boosters. So all that extra stuff you can get your AP discount on, but just not on the actual droid itself.
Yeah.
As far as the droid building, it's definitely more towards kids. Like it's more of an experience for them versus an adult. Unless you're super into like remote control stuff, then you might enjoy it. But I would say the lightsaber one is way more immersive, and it's a better experience in building the droid.
Of course, I 100% completely agree.
With $100 extra of a price tag, that's the only thing.
But with the chip and the stickers and this and that, it's like, I don't know. I recommend the lightsaber as well. And it's not as personal because your space is really small. So if you have a party of like 4, like how our friend, it was 4 of us, and he was building the droid. We didn't necessarily build it. Our friend did. We got to sit and watch. It's like one little station for you to build, and then there's like 3 people like surrounding you, so it gets a little crammed. Also, I wanted to answer Shad X27's question. I have yet to see a review on all of the personality chips. Was there a sample of them anywhere? No, there was not. So that was a little bit difficult. Again, if you have any questions in regards to that, please watch the video. We actually filmed Danny like looking. It's like just a wall. It literally looks like you're buying like a memory card.
Yeah, it looks like an SD card.
Like an SD card. And then on the back, honestly, it just has a sticker and a little box. I think we even show it.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail on the video, kind of providing like what it looks like, and Danny, it kind of explains it too on what a personality chip does too.
Yeah.
I mean, Danny knows all that stuff better than we do.
But the indication of like what kind of personalities is honestly just based on a sticker. So there's no examples or samples or anything, previews, anything like that. So we're gonna move on to category number 6, which is Smugglers Run, which is the ride inside the Millennium Falcon. For Smugglers Run ride, does it have to be 6 people?
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that in a second. So we recommend you riding this ride at your 3rd hour. So your reservation's technically 4 hours. And this might get a little confusing because I'm going to be throwing out times. But for example...
Hold on. Chris, you were just on top of it. So they added something for the personality chips, which is which they didn't have when we were there.
They didn't have
They added buttons to the wall where you can hear sounds of the personality chips. Chris, thank you so much for helping with this information, because we haven't been able to go back and see that stuff. So to go back to Shad X27, at least there's your preview. You can actually go ahead and listen to way the personality chips make the droids sound.
That's cool. I'm glad they did
Chris,
that.
Thank you so much for helping me out,
Chris.
brother.
So,
back to Smugglers Run.
So Smugglers Run, we recommend doing on the 3rd hour. This is going to get a little confusing when I'm throwing out times, but for reference, if you have an 8 a.m. time slot and it ends at 12 o'clock, there is an 11 o'clock time that they enter in. So there's an 11 o'clock reservation. So from 11 to 12, it's pretty packed. It's like double the amount of people in there. So right before that 3rd hour hits, like the 2.5, 2 hour, 2:45, we recommend going on that ride. That's usually when it's going to be the lowest wait time, because a lot of people from the first, reservation are kind of dwindling down or doing other things. And it's right before the 2nd reservation hits.
Yeah, a lot of people go and they run to Smugglers Run first to go and get that done, but there's really no need because everybody goes there first. You're better off just waiting until like that dwindles down.
Yeah.
Because we saw it jump from 10 minutes
like 90
to 90 within about a 10-minute time frame, because that second group of people came in. So 100% recommend doing that at the later hours before your reservation is starting to come to a close.
Right. And another thing we want to add is, to be honest, around that time frame, the longest it really was like 20 minutes, like if that. And the line goes by so fast, and it's kind of like Indiana Jones, where it's like a line, like it's not just like and you're there, it's a line, you guys. So with you walking, it makes the time go by so much faster. Also, you get to see what it's like inside, like all that stuff. So really cool. We do also want to know that they do have single rider available. So actually our first time riding was not together. We actually did single rider because we didn't know like what was going on. It was the first day. We're like, let's just try to do single rider. We didn't even wait. We walked on the ride.
Yeah, we walked up. They said how many people are in the party that were next to ride. They said, oh, there's 5 of us. Okay, cool. Single rider, you're up. So we didn't wait at all. We just walked right into that section. And that will go into the question that Daisy had. You normally have to have 6 people because there's 2 pilots, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers. But there have been scenarios that our friends have told us where there's been 5 people with 1 pilot.
And you gotta
figure it out somehow.
Sort of.
And what's funny is on that ride specifically for that friend, they actually knew that there was only 1 pilot. So Hondo talked about it, and he's like, "Oh, you only have 1 pilot." Da 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 da. So it's really, really immersive on how they know what's happening.
And then to answer Shelby's question, we don't know if they do rider switch. We knew of a person at the parks who said they were going to attempt to do rider switch, but I don't know if they actually did go through with it. I'm assuming they would. Also, we want to note that there is an ADA. It's ADA accessible.
Yep.
There's a lot of ramps for that.
It's all ramps, no stairs.
Yeah, there's no stairs. We also want to note hold on really quick. Sorry, my elbow.
Sorry.
It's okay. The way the ride works is pretty. I don't want to get too in depth with it, but there's a turntable that like spins everybody. There's 2 different turntables, and it's spinning everybody. It seems complicated until you actually ride on. but they have a time limit how fast you need to get on the ride, click that thing, get in, and go before the turntable goes.
So you have to be ready, and you have to be. It's kind of like Space Mountain, where like the people get up, their lap bar goes up. They're like, all right, everybody in, everybody in. Yeah,
it's very
very fast. So you have to make sure you're prepared. If you have kids with you, just make sure they're beelining it to whatever assigned seat that they have. And if you're like in a wheelchair or you need to be a little bit of a slower pace, so let the cast members know, and I'm pretty sure that they can figure out something for you.
Well, no, so the thing is if you have a wheelchair and it's difficult, even if you don't have a wheelchair and you're like, and little scooters, and it's very difficult for you to get up and get onto a ride very quickly, there is a separate ride.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That you could take like 5 minutes if you need to. You just have to make sure you're asking the cast member, for that convenience or that accommodation rather, and they will be more than happy to assist you with that. But again, this is a separate, like, it's not on the turntable. It's something that you can take your time, which I think is very beneficial. Yeah. Now the ride can be very jerky.
Yes.
We're not gonna say it depends on the pilot. It's all up to the pilot. Also though, you can have a really good pilot like you and I that we were like decent, but the gunners weren't doing the gunners weren't doing the job, remember? So our motor was out, so it was like
it was the engineers.
Or the engineers, I'm sorry.
The engineers didn't know what to do. They're like, what are we supposed to do? You're like, you push the buttons.
Yeah. So it can be very jerky. Just know that going in. If you get motion sickness, I would probably say you won't get sick. I get motion sickness on Star Tours, and I was totally fine on this ride. So my mom,
actually.
Okay, this is how we might not necessarily agree completely on this, but we're gonna tell you guys what's the most difficult.
Our opinion.
This is our opinion.
Our opinion.
So between pilot, gunner, and engineer, and let me just say what gunner is, because not a lot of people, I didn't know what gunner was until we got in. A gunner is pretty much like you're like shooting.
What else would it be?
I didn't know what a gunner was.
Oh, okay. Keep
so
going.
A gunner is like someone who like shoots the ammo, or shoots. I think pilot is the hardest. Most difficult, most responsibility, because you're driving the vehicle.
I mean, if you know how to drive.
But the thing is you have to work. So each pilot, so if you're sitting on the left side, you're
doing left and right.
You're shifting the left and right. And if you're on the right side as a pilot, you're doing up and down. So you literally have to collaborate in order for that thing to fly smoothly. I think it's too much responsibility. I'd rather be gunner, which is my favorite. So the most difficult for me is pilot. You say that's the least.
I'd say...
Or second to least. Medium?
I would say it's medium.
Medium, I think it's hard. Gunner, easiest one in my opinion. Least responsibility. There are two different options with gunner. There's like pretty much like a big button. And like 3 little teeny buttons. And you can either do manual, which you're manually having to go like... Or... if you're on, you can do auto, and you literally just hold the button down, and it auto shoots. It just goes, and it auto aims, like everything. You don't have to worry about aiming it. It just takes care of it for you. That's really easy. So I consider gunner the easiest. You consider gunner the easiest as well. So take that with a grain of salt.
Unless you do a manual, then you're gonna get like a real buff arm because you're just pushing it.
We were sore. And then the engineer, you feel like is the most difficult, and I feel like it's like medium.
The reason why I feel like it's the most difficult is because you need to keep an eye on what's going on in front of you on the screen, and then you need to make sure you keep an eye on the buttons, which are on your left or your right. Because when those buttons light up and those flickers and the switches are popping up, you need to push every single one of them. And you also kind of need to pay attention, because there's at one point you need to push a button to do something that's a part of the ride. I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
Pretty much you need to be a chameleon with one eye like this and one eye like this.
Yeah, basically that's what you gotta do. You gotta do one of these. So I feel like that's the toughest. But Ashley said it's like the medium, to be honest. And then the hardest, of course, is the pilot for her.
If you can take, what does it say?
If you take
yeah, so Christopher, thank you, but I touched upon that. So it's, again, if you have a kid, auto might be the best, because if you try to do manual, it's a little more difficult. And then lastly, there is a night and day option. So we went on during the day, and when you lift up out of the Millennium Falcon, you're flying, it's actually like day out. But then once night falls, like literally like
turns nighttime.
The ride turns to nighttime, which is really cool. So we thought that was something worth noting. Now, our last two
topics.
I'll go ahead and do food emerge.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and do fruit and merch, and which is our seventh. Fruit and merch, which is our seventh topic. Now we're gonna keep it real, you guys.
Y'all already know that we keep it real. We don't sugarcoat.
Just be ready. There are two food places to eat. There is Docking Bay 7 and Ronto Roasters. They are both quick service meals. It's not. Yes, they are.
Docking Bay is sit down.
It's a sit down, but it's quick service because you order. It's not a dine in like where you.
Oh yeah,
like,
not dine in. Yeah.
So it's quick service.
You're quick service.
So yeah, they're both quick service. Ronto Roasters, it doesn't have any seating, so it's more of like you get up, get the food, and you can walk around with it. And then Docking Bay, like Chris mentioned, they have a seating area you can sit down. So think something like Jolly Holiday or Red Rose Tavern or
Galactic Grill.
Yeah, Galactic Grill and Tomorrowland Terrace. So think of like Docking Bay 7 like that. We were there at the 8 a.m. so we were able to be there during breakfast time. We got the Ronto, or the morning Ronto wrap was amazing. I loved it. We were also really hungry, but it was really good, very flavorful.
First thing that we ate for the day.
The breakfast sausage was very, very flavorful. That peppercorn sauce.
Yeah, and the eggs were nice and fluffy.
The eggs were nice and fluffy. The cheese was nice and melted. It was really good. We enjoyed it.
We inhaled it.
Yeah, we split it. It's not something that I would say each of you guys can get your own, but if you're gonna have like a really early lunch, totally recommend splitting it.
Yeah.
It was like 11 and change. I think it's like $12.49 if I can remember off the top of my head. It is a little bit pricey, I think, for what you're getting.
Yeah.
And then they do offer something called it was like the overnight oats or something. It's like a oat breakfast option. We didn't get that, so we don't know what it tastes like, but it didn't look too big, like the portion.
Yeah, everything on there looked very single like person eating thingy.
And again, that's available at Ronto Roasters. They also have a lot of mini juice. I think there's like 3 or 4 juice options, which were really good too.
A lot of juice. A lot of juices and like teas and stuff like that.
Super yummy.
There's a kombucha thing. We tried a lot of them, but there was too many to remember.
Yeah, so, like the names of it.
Yeah.
We'll get better at it. And then the Docking Bay 7, again, which is like the quick service, but also offers sit down. The food, we only tried 2 different things, so we haven't gotten a bunch of the food just yet, but we did try the ribs.
Yeah, we did
try the rib meal, and the, I was going to say crispy chicken breast, but crispy we'll use.
What'd you say, fried chicken?
Fried chicken, very light. So by our gestures and our mannerisms, the fried chicken was not, or like crispy chicken was not crispy. So that comes with like...
It was just like a breaded chicken. That's what it was.
But the breaded chicken was very soggy. Like when we cut into our chicken, the chicken was very like juicy. Not too flavorful, but again, it was just like the chicken breast. The crumbs, I'm assuming that was what was supposed to give it that flavor.
The salsa, they had like a salsa verde.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was
really
good.
good.
I think it saved the dish. But so pretty much it's like mashed potatoes and then the chicken breast on top. The mashed potatoes also were very good. It just was a little plain in my opinion. It's something not worth the money. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. But the ribs were bomb. They were a little pricey. You know, they were a little pricey, but they're very flavorful. And they were not riblets. What are they called?
Short ribs.
Short ribs.
Yeah, they were very, very good. They weren't really fall off the bone. You kind of had to bite into the whole meat itself, but it wasn't like you didn't have to fight for it. So like our friend Danny, like he totally just left his bones clean. He went in on those ribs. When we ate it, we shared. Well, I actually ate most of them because she really enjoyed the ribs versus the chicken. So I ate the chicken. But it's really good. I would say it's a good dinner item to split if you're not super hungry.
Yeah.
And you just kind of want a snack, because for $17 for ribs and some coleslaw or some cabbage salad.
It was like a pickled cabbage salad with a blueberry cornbread, which was bomb.
Oh, the cornbread. I forgot about that.
So good.
That was really, really good. Also, that was really, really good with the barbecue sauce, because the barbecue sauce was a little spicy.
Yeah, I needed a little more just to dip the bread in.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. Just, again, we just want to reiterate, these aren't, I mean, we're at Disneyland, but this is even more expensive. Like, it's, I don't know, it's just... It was pricey.
It's
like,
pricey.
For what you're getting, like the chicken, we were very disappointed. I think there's a menu item at Docking Bay 7 that's like $19, $20 for dinner.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
which is like you can get something at a sit-down restaurant for almost the same amount. So it's an experience. Again, we went there. We don't know if we're going to go back. Maybe we will to try something else. But we'll
figure it out. We'll show you guys. Real quick. X free one. We got the red lightsaber. We have a whole video on that if you want to check it out. And Guillermo George, we actually just talked about that in the beginning of the live stream. So if you want to rewatch it at the beginning, it'll basically talk about how to go through the whole check-in process. So it'll be really, really helpful for you if you're going to be doing your check-in at 11.
Yeah. And then one last thing to note in regards to the food at the land. You are able to mobile order. So you're able to mobile order Ronto Roasters. You're able to Motorola mobile order at Docking Bay 7 and the blue and green milk, which I'll talk about in a second. You're able at the blue and green milk stand, you're able to mobile order. You cannot mobile order at the Cantina, and you are not able to mobile order at the popcorn.
Yeah.
At the marketplace.
Real quick touch about the popcorn. We tried it very, very quickly, and like it was like whatever. Honestly,
I didn't like it.
I think you're better off saving your money for actual food. So
yeah.
But I mean, guys, but once again, these are all our opinions. If you guys are interested in trying any of this stuff yourselves, please feel free to do it. Let us know on Instagram. Like, send us your review. Tell us what you thought about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, we love to hear what you guys think. Because we always just like putting our opinions out there. Because we would hate for you guys to get the impression that we tried something and we loved it when we really didn't. And then you guys tried it and it's terrible.
Yeah, on our merit and recommendation.
Yeah.
So, and then lastly to touch upon before we move on to the next category is the milks. We did a whole video on it if you want to watch it. And it's a little controversial because it's the grand debate, what's better, green or blue milk? Go ahead and watch the video. We initially liked the blue, but we were also very sleep deprived and we were like in the moment. And then we didn't film that, but then we went back, we bought the drinks again, and we filmed it with our reactions. We'll just say it now, we don't really recommend either of them.
For $8 for a drink.
We recommend it if you want to try it for that novelty of like, I want to try one of them. I'm here at the land. Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I would continuously go back to drink. That's just my opinion.
It's kind of like the bootleg butterbeer from Universal and the Harry Potter land. Like,
I think that's what it was attempting to be like. Unfortunately, I don't think it missed the mark for us.
Yeah.
But watch the video because we go more in depth of like what they taste like and what have you. So. And
also, again, our opinion. So please try them if you're interested. Don't let our opinion strive you away from trying that or not. Real quick, a couple of questions or something from Christopher here, because Chris is the boss in this live stream. If you like the chocolate mousse cake from Jolly Holiday, the Batuu Bon is similar and so delicious. We will have to definitely try that. We're going to be back in Batuu this week on Thursday. So I think we'll give that a try because we haven't really tried the desserts yet.
Yeah.
And then Gisela.
So you have to limit the time once you're in the Cantina. Yes.
Yeah, you have a 45-minute time frame. But
minutes.
to be honest, you really don't even need that much time.
No.
Like, you need like 20 minutes.
It's so expensive. It's like, well, I got my one drink. Let's get out of here. That's pretty much what we did. So
for this last segment, it's just going to be our final thoughts, our final opinions on what we liked, I feel like they should add, or what we feel like they should add,
recommendations,
what they can work on, and what we feel is just our whole experience in total, because we've been there a couple of times, so we've had multiple experiences being there in the morning or in the night, and then right after that we'll open up to Q&A. So any other questions you guys have, we are going to open up that floor for you guys, and we just want you guys to ask any questions you have, especially when it comes to what your questions are when it comes to Galaxysedge.
So Daniel, I'm totally gonna answer that question after we talk. Well, actually, we're gonna answer it right now. So Daniel asked if you can change.
Ruben, yes. They
if
should
you can
change the blue milk to horchata.
Or add anything in Galaxysedge, what would it be from walking yours and other vloggers? It looked flawless. So we'll totally answer what we would change. That would have been really awesome though, Ruben.
Yeah.
I would be down.
So we think it'd be nice for some kind of music to be added, like in different areas. Like it'd be cool for some music to be like in the marketplace, because I mean it's hustle and bustle and everybody's trying to buy stuff, everybody's trying to use their credits, and everybody's trying to just buy everything that they can buy there, because that's what the whole thing is. So it'd be really cool to have some type of music in there.
Yeah.
I feel like another good place for music would be inside of Docking Bay 7. I know it's supposed to be like inside of a ship area where ships come and they park and stuff, but I mean, you can still have a little bit of music, elevator music, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's something we totally recommend. And then correlating with the music, during the fireworks show, there is no music. They don't play the
firework
music or like the score for the whatever's on Main Street or what have you, they don't play it inside Galaxysedge, so you're pretty much just watching a fireworks show. There might be a specific reason as to why the Imagineers didn't do that, but I feel like even if it's Star Wars music, like I would have liked that. And then I kind of want to touch upon entertainment. So there's not.
Hold off on the questions, guys. We'll get to it in a second.
If you're not spending money, there's not really any entertainment. And I hate to say that, it pains me to say that, but if you're not spending the $200 on lightsaber, if you're not spending the $100 on the droid, there's not really like a show like Disney, you know, well, I'm saying Disneyland like it's separate. It's in Disneyland, but it feels like you're not. Mickey and the Magical Map's a show. They have like the Dapper Dan show. They have like little things.
The Mary Poppins show. They have the 12 o'clock Our Family Time show thingy that's on Main Street.
The March Down Main Street show. So it's like, I feel like it would have really benefited from having, and they do, and I want to clarify, they do have like a 3-minute, and I don't call it a show because it's literally like 2.5-3 minutes, where the First Order is, and like Kylo comes out and he like strangles somebody, looking for a rebel, and then they call it a day. I think that's just an opening to like a photo op or something like that, or for them to come into the land.
And then as far as like characters, they have Kylo, they have one of the rebel girls, I forget her name, but she has blue hair. She's always walking around with a orange jacket. Yeah, she's actually running.
She's so funny.
She's running away from the stormtroopers. The stormtroopers are there. They have Chewie, and did I say Rey?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, well they have Rey. So they, as far as like characters you can take pictures with, that's what they have there. But yeah, totally. I feel like they need some more like actual experiences for entertainment. Like a little show,
or like a Stormtrooper show, or like
something like that.
A Jedi, like the Jedi training that they have in Tomorrowland.
Or her name is Vi, or is it Vi or Vi?
Vi.
V for Vendetta.
But if they had like the Jedi training, like that would be cool if they had like this little hideaway where it's like away from the First Order, and the like little kids can practice like the Jedi training, because
they should bring
to be honest, there's not much for the little kids.
Yeah.
And I know this is like an adult's playground, I feel like. Pretty much.
As far as the line itself, it's super immersive. Like when you walk in there, you feel like you left Disneyland 100%. So
right now I was just like, oh, in Disneyland. I'm like, wait.
It is in Disneyland. Yeah. Like you walk in there and you're just like, oh my God, I'm like in a whole new world. Like I'm on Batuu. Like that's really how you don't feel like you're in Disneyland no more. And when you leave Batuu and you go back to Disneyland, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I was here. Like this is weird.
It's awesome. It's really amazing. Disney hit the mark on it, like perfect. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And it's like when you come out, you're like, oh wait, I was at Disneyland.
Yeah, I forgot I was there.
I forgot. Something else I want to touch upon, and it correlates with the lightsabers and like some of the merch, like the robes. You can buy robes, like you can buy the First Order robe, the Jedi robes at the marketplace.
But you can't wear them.
But you cannot wear them. Or at least they told Chris. Chris had his robe and they were like, sorry, you can't. And then also like the lightsaber. You spend $215 with tax included, not AP discount. And then you're walking around the park, and I get it. It's part of the
safety.
The story. It's part of the story, like, okay, you gotta put away, shh. But it's like, dang, if I spend $215
I want to flaunt my lightsaber.
I want to play, especially at night. It's really awesome.
But we understand what they're doing. We're not complaining about it. It's just, it's kind of hard. It's a tough pill to swallow when you're spending $200 and you're kind of being told a nice way to put your lightsaber away.
Yeah, it's not like in a mean way. It's just kind of like put it away.
But at night, they're more lenient, way more lenient.
Yeah, and then
cast members.
Yeah, cast members. So I think them being character, like calling money credits and like rising moods and like
bright suns
and like
you don't take photos there, you take scans
and like your phone is a data pad. So I think that's really cool. It's cool that they're like have a whole new lingo, a whole new language. They're fully immersed into this land. That's awesome.
They don't know what magic is.
I also love the costumes. The costumes are amazing.
Yeah.
It's like each cast member is literally in a different costume. It's awesome. Like it's just variations. Like, you know, you can have the same exact outfit, but you can switch the head garbs and the sunglasses and the da-da-da, and like it's just really cool.
A lot of mix and match.
Yeah, and the clothes are just beautiful. I love the cast member costumes. They're amazing.
Can you take a guess to know what a Band-Aid is called in Batuu? If you played Fallout, the Fallout series, the video game, you would probably know, but all right, time's up. It's a stim pack.
A stim pack?
Stim pack.
Stim pack? Yeah. I would have known. I would have never guessed.
There. Whoa! Super chat.
Eugenia,
thank you so much for the love and the super chat.
Thank you.
We always love the support that you give to us. It means the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
Always for that. V won't speak to you about the resistance. You have to tell her ignite the spark, and she will say light the fire in her secret saying. That's cool. I didn't know that. We actually have not experienced any type of interaction with her. So maybe we'll do that on Thursday if we see her.
Let's go.
Right
Sorry. Plenty of photo ops. Okay, so we love a good photo op.
Love.
The thing is that at Disneyland, most of your photo ops is either gonna be a really long line, or it's gonna be obstruction with like people behind you. So I know everyone loves a good picture where there's no one behind you, and Galaxysedge does just that. There is a lot of like the TIE Fighter and like
the Echelon.
The Echelon. There's like a couple other.
X-Wing, the Millennium Falcon.
So a lot of those
Landspeeder.
are like in a corner, like here, and then you're able to stand with no one behind, which is awesome.
Usually, unless somebody's oblivious and they don't realize
they're
that you're in your picture.
And then they actually have a cast member like monitoring, like, okay, you cannot pass this line.
Yeah.
It's going to be an obstruction for other people's photos, and most of the people were listening. It was awesome.
And they're really, really good about it. I have to give huge kudos to the cast members that do that.
Our photos were awesome. I was like, there's no one in the back of our photo.
They absolutely killed it.
Awesome.
So if we have any cast members that watch this video that are part of that experience, thank you guys for being so cool.
But again, there's plenty of photo, and not even just the Millennium Falcon. Like, there's plenty of photo ops where there'll be no one in your picture, and not even if there are people, plenty of photo ops in general. And then the lines in general for the photo ops aren't too long, but that's again during a reservation time. We don't know how it's gonna be.
It's gonna be on the 24th of June.
The 24th
Doomsday.
of June. So take that with a grain of salt. But during the reservation time, it's not too long.
I think that's it.
And that's pretty much it. We can go try to like answer. I know we had some questions back up here.
So at this time, guys, we're gonna go ahead and open the floor for any questions you guys have. We're gonna do like a rapid fire type of thing. So you guys ask a question, we'll give you an answer real quick and real fast. Real quick though, we do have about 95 people in here right now. We thank you guys all for spending your Sunday night with us and for listening to us talk about Galaxysedge, and hopefully this information is helpful for you guys for your reservations or for when it goes live to the public on the 24th. Okay. If you haven't already, make sure to give a thumbs up to the video if you're enjoying it for sure.
So quick question, D Mendoza 349, can you stay after your reservation? Do they kick you out? I wouldn't recommend staying. I mean, if you can.
You have the colored wristband.
I haven't heard of anybody kicking anyone out. Like, you're out here.
I think everybody just is respectful, like, of their wristband time frames. Do you prefer daytime or nighttime? I like nighttime with the lightsaber. Yeah. But daytime for day photos, for sure.
Able to go for another year and a half.
Did the first order troopers interrogate you? They did for me.
They did. They actually pushed my arm out of the way, and I was like...
Because you were trying to record them with your data pad.
Yeah, I was recording them with my data pad like this, and they were like, excuse me, and I was like, oh, like, you touched me, like, what? I didn't expect it.
How much did you spend? Enough. How long is the wait for the Cantina? It really depends. I would say if you missed the first part of the video, rewatch the first part when we're talking about the Cantina and what to expect. Yeah. Where did you get your role-playing cardigans on opening day? We have a Amazon store where we linked all of our cosplay or our bound stuff. There's actually a link in the description here. Just go to our Amazon store and then go to our Disney bound section, and we have the
like my Yoda backpack,
everything's there for you guys. Duo, do you think it'll be seriously packed when it opens to the public after 2 years?
Oh, after 2 years.
Probably not crazy. I mean, it's not going to be the most dead part of the parks, but it's going to be, you know, a little bit busy.
Oh, and while you read those, really quick, I want to add that only one ride's open. So there is a second ride that's going to be opening. We don't know when.
Resistance.
I think it's going to be in August.
With D23 announcement.
I think.
We'll bring it to you guys because we're going to D23.
We're hearing November. But again, I think once that one, if you have any plans to come around August to November, I think that second ride's going to open up and it's going to get busy again.
Yeah.
Just my thoughts.
We haven't made it to the Cantina. Do you know if they can make the alcoholic drinks and non-alcoholic? Chris, that's a great question. We didn't experience that at all, but I mean, any bar more than likely can make an alcoholic drink a non-alcoholic drink.
Unless it's pre-mixed.
Unless it's pre-mixed or it's like only a pure alcohol drink, like a shot or something.
Yeah.
How much are the Kyber crystals? They're $13. If you want more information on that, just watch our lightsaber video.
Yeah.
Just found you guys with the Savi's workshop video. Watch every video since. Keep on keeping on. New subscriber. Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you so much.
What's your favorite thing about the land so far? Keep the questions coming, guys. Oh wait, I didn't scroll down.
I think just the immersiveness, to be honest.
Okay.
Being a part of something new and different and immersive, because I get the feeling like when we were in Pandora, I get that immersiveness feeling here now finally. Like,
like you get that Pandora feel here?
Yeah, like
Gotcha.
not necessarily like Pandora, but like the immersiveness that Pandora gives you in Florida, I get that here.
Got it. Okay. I would say
Belgie just said all drinks are pre-mixed.
Oh.
But they do have like 3, 4, if I'm not mistaken. They have a couple.
Yeah, they have a few that are non-alcoholic. And we tried one of them. It's in our Instagram post with like the rainbow drinks that we tried. It was pretty good. I would say my favorite part about the land is like walking in and feeling like you're on another planet.
Yeah,
like,
immersiveness.
Yeah, I just like especially when I walked in
that.
like with my lightsaber and my Sith cloak, and I just looked all like dark and evil and stuff. I felt like so like part of the whole lore and stuff.
Yeah.
Fun.
What's your favorite Star Wars character?
Jar Jar Binks.
Really?
No, everybody hates
I know.
Jar Jar.
I was like, what?
I would probably say, I really like Kylo, because I like his internal struggle and how he wants to be bad, but he also tries to be good, but he's fighting it. I just like his internal struggle.
So me, again, we're going with the cute, derpy ones. I really like Chewie, and I really like the Ewoks. They're just so, I don't know why.
Oh, Dee Dee!
They're just
oh,
like,
no, that's not an Ewok.
No, but they're just so cute, like Chewie. I don't know.
Let's see. What kind of budget would you recommend going in with? If you're trying to do everything, probably
like
about
$600.
A budget of like $600, to be perfectly honest. Like if you're really trying to do everything.
Because the lightsaber and the droid itself is like $350, $400 if you get all the bells and whistles.
Have a 2 to 6 reservation with other reservation crossover both ends. Want to go to Cantina and attraction? Do you recommend priority in lining up? Well, you don't technically need to line up anymore, Aaron. You just go to the virtual check-in to put your virtual queue reservation in, and you can go and enjoy the park. But just because you have a later reservation date, expect that reservation to either be later into your reservation for the Cantina or possibly not happen.
Yeah, because we met a couple of people who follow us on, the tubes and the grams, and they said it was, 3 hours? From 5 to 8, because their reservation ended, 5 to 9? 5 to 9?
5 to 9.
And at 8 o'clock, they barely got their text message. That was 3 hours, a 3-hour wait for the Cantina. So just know that you might be waiting longer than you think. That's why we recommend beelining it straight over to Cantina.
Definitely. Let's see. There was
Where did we leave off of?
Fast food item.
I like the morning Ronto wrap. We haven't tried the regular one. We heard that one's really good too, but
yeah.
And the ribs, but they're a little pricey.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm getting mixed up here. Do you think it would be the same in Disney World? It's supposed to be an identical clone.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be, but I mean Disney World has so much more room, they might add more.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. Do you think prices or credits are a bit much there?
Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna be honest. Yes.
Yeah.
Like shirts were if you watch her merch video, we were like, $40.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Can I ask a non-G question just about the hotels? Yeah, of course you can ask whatever you want.
Yeah.
Who you build a droid? What, Angie? What did you mean by that? Tanya, I heard the area in Disney World for GA is smaller than Disney. Wow.
I think it is, to be honest, because
Wow.
ours.
I didn't
how many
know that.
acres was ours? 14.
14 acres.
And they might. People might hate me, but I hope they don't expand. Or maybe they should and they can add a show.
There's supposed to be an expansion that's going to be happening by the Resistance. Just so you guys know.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's much needed so we can walk around with the lightsaber. I think we need more Resistance in there. But at the same time, they could expand somewhere.
Is adopting a porg just a buy or go like Build-A-Bear workshop experience? You just buy the porg.
They're trying to be bougie and fancy.
Yeah, it's
you're
a
just
puppet,
buying.
so
Yeah.
it's nothing really crazy.
Yeah.
We built droids and interact with the land with the. We built droids and they interact with the land and with each other.
Yep.
That's something we actually didn't mention.
It's in our video.
It's in our video. We didn't mention it here, but yeah, the droids do actually interact with the land, with other droids that are around and stuff. So it's really, really
So
cool. Guermilo, you cannot stand up inside Smugglers Run. That is a no-no. Yeah, basically you're seated in a seatbelt, so you can't do that.
Did you get the metal gift card?
We did. We did.
And I don't think we have one close by to show you.
Negative.
But they're currently sold out.
Not, they're in circulation.
They're in circulation still?
Yeah, basically.
Should I get
like,
it and show them or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Like if they have it, they'll give it to you. If not, then they might be sold out for the day.
We didn't talk about it on our socials at all, aren't you?
No. Will they replace Star Tours now that there's a Galaxysedge? Well, there's going to be a whole Tomorrowland facelift that's going to happen, but we don't know what's going to happen to Star Tours.
We'll do this really quick. This is a gift card. Let me cover the back because it has our like code. It's a metal gift card. This thing is heavy.
Yeah. So this will beep. It's upside down.
Oops.
This will beep when you go through the metal detectors inside Disneyland, guys, just so you know.
It's amazing. It's very weighty. Minimum you have to load on this is $100, which we were like, we're at the parks enough.
You're going to spend $100 anyway.
And you don't have to only use this at Star Wars. You can use this at the parks, World of Disney. It doesn't have to just be at Galaxysedge. So that's why we were like, well, we'll spend $100 eventually. So that's why we got this. It's super awesome. Again, how Chris said, if they have it, they'll sell it to you. If not, but we're hearing some of them are sold out, some aren't. So just
always ask.
Always ask.
You can only find this at the Droid Depot, in the room
Depot.
where R2D2 is. That's the only place that sells them.
Awesome, man. This thing's so cool.
What Disneyland hotel do you recommend for a family or first timers there? I would go with Paradise Pier.
Yeah, I really like that hotel.
It was really, really nice.
I really did.
I would say it's more kid friendly than it is adult only friendly, I guess. Plus, it's supposed to be cheaper.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. They list stuff in credits. What is the exchange rate? 1 credit, $1? Yes.
Yep.
Hi, Duos. Great videos. Thanks. You're welcome, Gary. Thank you for the
Gary.
love. Would you build your own droid? No.
Honestly, I wouldn't either.
Not for $100.
Because the lightsaber
Not
is
the
portable.
buy now lightsaber.
The lightsaber you can I guess R2D2 he has wheels so he can roll. But BB he get all scratched up if you try to do it at the parks.
Yeah. That's
Or
the only
on
thing.
the floor it had to be in the carpet. Anyways, I digress.
What is the best way to go to Savi's? I would say watch the beginning of the live stream so you can get the information on how to get to Savi's.
Yes.
Side question, have you heard of anything about Disney Halloween plans and now that it will be California Adventure?
No,
Yes, we have heard.
Well, we've heard it's going to be a
California Adventure.
It's going to be a California Adventure. Other than that, we have not.
There's actually a video that I did talking about all the updates. It was back when they announced it. If you go back on our YouTube videos that I've done, it's one of our up-to-date Disney videos that a live stream that I did talking about it. So if you want to watch that, I go into in-depth about that update.
Valerie Owen asked if we are going to go to Walt Disney World when Galaxy's Edge opens over there in Florida. I don't think so. As of now, we don't foresee it happening.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah.
That'd be fun if we...
Maybe at a later time. Can you use the metal gift card in all merchandise areas? Yes. There's a barcode in the back, so basically they just scan that.
That's why I didn't show you guys.
Supposedly it was supposed to be able to be a sensor thing where you just place it down and it takes it, but I don't know if that's happening or if that's
Yeah,
working
because
or not.
it wasn't working when we got it.
Yeah. Whoa. I lost myself. Oh, right here. If you had a night reservation 8 to 12 and a day reservation 11 to 3 the next day, how would you approach each day?
Oh, good question. Okay, so 8 o'clock p.m.
Get there at 6.
I get there at 6.
Get your reservation wristband.
I would definitely
do the Cantina.
Yeah, I would do Cantina for sure.
Maybe the Droid if you're gonna do those. Do those at night.
Yeah,
And
I would
then-
do Cantina, Droid, and then go on Smugglers Run a couple times and have
Yeah.
some food. You
In
can
the morning.
also watch the fireworks. So if
Yeah,
you're
you
8 to
can watch
12,
the fireworks.
definitely recommend watching the fireworks by the Millennium Falcon. And then for your 11 to 3,
Do
Savi's.
Savi's for sure. And then maybe if you want to do the
Savi's.
Cantina, you can do the Cantina for an early morning drink.
Yeah, if you were able to do the Cantina the day before, you can do it again. And then go on the ride again a couple times. You can go do merch shopping. Maybe do merch shopping again the 8 to 12 because it might be less crowded. Maybe
Possibly.
But it's harder to see the merch at night because it's not really well lit.
Yeah, it's a little darker because it's the ambiance.
in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I would recommend. And then the food, just whenever floats your boat, eat. You can eat at either of the places.
Off topic, have you heard anything about Aladdin having a limited run DCA this summer in place of Frozen? Haven't heard anything about that. But honestly, I would.
If they do that, Bubby.
I
be
never
fun.
got to see that show, and we tried to go on the
best.
last day, but the wait for that
Was like 8, 9
the
bajillion
line.
hours.
The line for that reached all the way to the
entrance.
fountain.
No, the entrance.
The entrance?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
it was
God.
like right before the entrance. We tried to get a fast pass, and we were literally like the person in front of us. They were like, You got party at 2? Perfect. That's the only 2 seats we have. You got the last 2 fast passes, and me and Chris and our friend were like,
oh yeah. So I never got to watch that. So a little bummed out about that. But if it comes back for sure, I'm gonna watch it because I heard that's one of the best shows that they've had.
My favorite.
And they are reloadable. Yes, the gift cards are reloadable, so you can put money back on them. But I think it's here's my thought on that. I wish you're able to reload a gift card on the app, because if you're gonna be going to a kiosk or a register and putting money on a gift card, and then just going and spending the gift card at the next register, it's like a waste of time in my opinion. Like I just feel like, oh, like, link it to your app, add the funds there, and then bam, you just have them scan that.
Maybe they'll start it, but I think this is an awesome souvenir, to be honest. It's not like those gift cards where it's like $100, but you only get 90 in cash. Like, they don't charge you for this medal.
Oh yeah.
This is pretty much free when you put it with $100. So this is a really good souvenir. Yeah.
We stayed at the Paradise Pier and loved it. That's great, Chris. When we did our reservation on the 31st, that was our first time at the Paradise Pier. We filmed a video on that too, which is also up if you guys want to watch. And it was really nice. The beds were a little sus.
Trampolines.
Yeah, they weren't really comfortable, to be perfectly honest.
But other than that, I loved it. My expectations were kind of low because everyone's like, Paradise.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about it.
Ow!
Sorry. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Really good hotel.
Is the blade plastic on the lightsabers? Yes, but it's like a high quality plastic, so it's not like cheapy weepy plastic.
Francis, easy spending $100.
with the drunk face. All right, we're coming down to the last couple comments and questions here, guys. So if you have any others, just make sure you guys put that in as quick as possible, because we're gonna be wrapping this up soon.
Yeah.
We're already over an hour's worth of our.
Whew, that went fast.
It really did. Let's go ahead and see.
The Aladdin show was the best ever. Yes.
You are Jedi Masters for sure.
Oh, thanks, Rudy.
Let's see. Are there any shows in Galaxysedge? No, not really.
So that's one of our critiques. We recommend, hopefully, that they'll put in something.
Your coverage at Galaxysedge at Disneyland Resort has been so fun. Can't wait to go see it myself. Our friends and I are thinking of January.
How fun, yeah.
Hopefully you have a great time, Gary. We're happy that our videos and our details are able to bring you the information that you can definitely use while you're there. And hopefully this information that we're giving everybody who's watching this now is informational and helpful. Are you guys going to the parks this week?
Thursday for sure, going to Galaxysedge.
Yes.
So we'll be at the parks.
Do you have to make a reservation for Savi's workshop, or is first come first serve? Watch the beginning of the live stream. I promise you, that information that we gave is totally worth watching.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be it for now, guys. There's no more questions or anything coming out here.
Wait.
Did you get the lizard monkey? No, I didn't. Oh, wow. Okay, now you guys are amazing. So glad I found your YouTube channel.
Yay, thank you.
I'm sad Captain Phasma isn't at Disneyland or at...
Oh, that's another thing. Can I add really quick before we end?
Yeah.
If I could change, and I know it's like the new wave and the new movies, and this is supposed to be set in the future, Galaxysedge, if you read kind of about like the land and the time frame and what have you, I really wish there was like droids, like R2-D2, BB-8 roaming around.
R2-D2 is there. He's just not roaming. He's a remote control.
But like they do like the remote control trash can thing, like in a little corner. That would have been fun. Or like even like Captain Phasma, or even like a Yoda. Come on. A Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader. I know he's dead. Who cares? Bring him into land. I feel this is very new wave Star Wars, and there's not much old traditional. In my opinion, what do I know? I'm not like a huge Star Wars buff, but I would have really enjoyed that. That's just my opinion.
It'd be nice to have that all there, but they have to keep the timeline current and stuff like that. Let's see. That's love y'all videos. Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you.
Get the blue milk or nah. Well, we talked about it in here too, so I would suggest watching that as well.
Watching that again, or you can watch our milk video.
Yeah, we have a milk video up too, so watch that if you want some in-depth information on the milk.
Is the black kyber crystal sold with the others, or do you have to ask a cast member for them?
I would suggest watching the video that I just uploaded today about super in-depth information about the lightsaber and the kyber crystals and how that works. I promise you it's going to be very, very informational. Sorry. So definitely check that out. Give me 1 sec, guys. I just got to reload the comments. My computer froze. 1 sec.
Okay.
I need to get a new computer. That's all I know.
You
do. There we go.
Original Stormtroopers. That'd be awesome.
You guys did 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Which reservation time did you like the best? I feel like both of them have their perks.
Yeah, I liked 8 a.m. because you're like first there. You see the land kind of like more empty.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I really liked the 8 a.m. But then I also liked the 5 p.m. because then we got to see like dusk and golden hour and like that kind of thing. So that was nice.
Thank you guys for all you do. No, you're very welcome. Thank you guys for being part of this journey. But that's about all the time we have for today, guys.
Yeah.
We're almost at 70 minutes, which is insane, but I mean, it's Galaxysedge.
Yeah.
All that information is definitely needed. But we're going to be wrapping up the video, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. We love the support that you guys provide to us on here. If you're new here and you enjoyed the content or any other videos we posted before, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys can watch more videos that we have coming out. Turn on notification bells so whenever we upload a video or go live, you get notified as well. If you're not following us on social media, everything's under the Disney Duo with 2 O's. I love how you do that. Another big thing too, guys, which we've kicked off is our Patreon. If you want to support us on Patreon, we do have a link in the description below. Basically, all the support that you guys provide us on there, we go ahead and put right back into the videos. So it allows us to try new merch, try new food, experience like the special ticketed events. All that money that we get, we put back into this video series for you guys to enjoy when you can't experience it yourself. So, and for our Patreons that have supported us, thank you guys so much for being there. As of that, I think we're pretty good here. Hopefully this information that we gave you guys is very beneficial, helpful, and if it was, you know, just let us know in the comments. If there's something we missed that you want more information on, put it down in the comments too, and we'll make sure to reply to your comment and give you what we can. And that's really it. Just thank you guys.
We hope you have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching this.
Yes.
But yeah, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and end the video. Make sure you watch all of our Star Wars series videos.
Oh, there's a playlist for that now.
And we are going to be having a delicious food video coming out.
We are? Oh, yeah. That's going to be dropped.
I can't believe you forgot you're editing it today.
That's going to drop tomorrow.
It's so...
But we'll catch you guys later. Once again, thank you guys always for the support. We love you guys. From Casa del Duo, we will catch you guys later, and may the Force be with you.
And